Children don't belong to you, they don't come from you, they only come through you. The thing is, you have a new and fresh life in your home. To bear a child and raise a child, you must have either enormous courage or enormous wisdom. Obviously, most parents don't realize how to cultivate the genius of their children. They're trying to drive them in a direction. Don't drive. This life does not happen in exclusivity. This life happens in inclusivity. This is what has caused this ecological disaster on the planet, because we thought we could eliminate everything and we will live well. It doesn't work like that. It needs an ecosystem. So the same goes for your child, it needs an ecosystem. What kind of things are they exposed to? What are they doing with their lives? Where are we trying to drive them, first of all? Now, definitely, what is it an individual person at a certain age group do? We must understand a child, particularly a youth, means it is humanity in the making. Humanity in the making, 2017 model of Tesla should not look like the 2016, isn't it? We expect a higher level of performance, look different, feel different, everything different or no? If the car company goes on manufacturing the same model, will you buy it every year? No. Similarly, the next generation should not think, feel, act like how you are. That should not be the expectation. At the same time, are they working towards their well-being or not is definitely a concern for the parent, no question about that. So this will not depend on just fixing one child. We need an ecosystem, because a child is not independent of the atmosphere that the child grows up in. Child is a part of the atmosphere, is a product of the atmosphere in which he or she grows up. So we have to cultivate the atmosphere. We want flowers, we have to maintain the atmosphere. We can't pull flowers out of the plant, it doesn't work like that. Then we'll end up with plastic flowers. Yes. So what should the youth do? Like already she shared, she wants her child to meditate, which is the best of intentions, but it won't work. It'll be great if she does, but she won't do because she doesn't see any sense to it. I wouldn't do. When I'm a youth, if my father tells me this, that, I won't do it. It has to make sense to me, otherwise I'm not going to do it. I never did anything that anybody said. And I keep telling people, I'm sorry, I'm a very wrong advice, but the only thing in my life that paid off for me was, I never got influenced by anybody, either the family or the society or the religious atmosphere or the political… I did not allow anything to influence me. I just kept myself just the way Creator made me. No influence of culture, religion, parentage, nothing. I kept myself little aloof from everything. And I saw slowly, there is a certain intelligence, just to be alive, there is a certain intelligence. If this blossoms, this will be very encouraging for you, because my father, who is a physician, in India, at that time at least, now a different kind of madness has come. At that time, the madness is, why you see so many Indian doctors in America is, at that time, you also at that time, education means you must become a doctor. If you don't get an entry into medical college, you must become an engineer. So either you see Indian engineers or doctors, because the whole damn country is full of doctors and engineers. So my father being a physician, obviously he wants me to be a doctor. But of course, I was of a different kind. So about 6-7 years ago, a bunch of doctors from America, about 50 of them traveling in India, without telling me, if they had told me, I would have told them not to go. Without telling me, they went to see my dad. He's 94 years of age. They went and asked, say something about Sadhguru's childhood, because he means everything to us, we want to know something about his childhood. My father thinks about it, says, he was such a dull boy. But now he's become a genius, I don't know how it happened. Obviously, most parents don't realize how to cultivate the genius of their children. They're trying to drive them in a direction. Don't drive. See, you can't get rose flowers out of this plant. Just because you like rose flowers, you can't pull rose flowers out of this one. This one will come out only with these little flowers. I don't know the name of this plant, but it's beautiful. So you should not be expecting rose flowers out of everything because you like rose flowers. The thing is, you have a new and fresh life in your home. To cultivate it, we don't know what will come out of it.
But for the children, it sounds like know thyself, think for thyself, and follow your own path.
See, I know you're trying to encapsulate that.
Okay.
But you should not. That's exactly what I'm saying. You should not do that. This is why I tell people, to bear a child and raise a child, you must have either enormous courage or enormous wisdom. Yes, otherwise you must be just blind that it just happened. Because a new life is not an easy thing, it's not a small thing. A fresh life is not a small thing. If you see it as a phenomena which blossomed in your body, come out and it's growing, if you see it with wonder that it's a great phenomena, out of two cells, life is happening in front of you like this, taking shape. If you watch it with utter wonder and create an atmosphere, your child will grow into something beautiful, but may not be a rose flower that you expected. They need not become what you expect, because your expectations are coming from the graveyard of the past. They belong to the future. And children, I'm sorry, children are here for me to say this. Children don't belong to you, they don't come from you, they only come through you. It's a privilege that we must appreciate and enjoy, rather than thinking it's a right or you determine where they should go and what they should do. No, as long as they are working towards their well-being, that they are not doing something negative against their own life, as long as that is not there, you must wait. You must be for the entire… till the child becomes 21, you must feel like you're still pregnant. Just wait. When the child was inside, you did nothing, right? Just nourished yourself well and waited, just like that. Provide the atmosphere and wait.
So our hope tonight was just to expose you to some of the things that we talked about. As I said, for me, there's been some provocative things that Sadhguru has introduced into my thinking, and hopefully we can take some of the things here and build them into our educational system. I know that both at Sacred Heart and at Menlo, there's a lot of really…
I'd like to say one thing for the school.
Yeah.
Within the school, something should be brought in, which is about the inner nature of the child. Please do this. I'm telling you, it'll pay off in a big way. It cannot be done compulsorily, but they must be cultivated towards that every child spends a certain amount of time turning inward, because this will pay off in a huge way in development of the child, in the development of their intelligence, and even their academics, I'm telling you. I must tell you this, when we first started this Isha homeschool, after 3 months after the school began, I went there for the morning assembly. All 6, 7-year-old kids, they're all sitting like this. I said, why are they like broken tops? What's happened to them? And I just started a simple thing right there. 12 minutes, just uttering certain sounds, 7 notes of the musical system, just uttering them with a certain balance. Believe me, Within a month's time, they're all sitting like this, straight and proper. Just uttering sounds for 12 minutes. Like this, we can, if you want, we can work with you and create a system that invests about 20 to 30 minutes a day for the inner well-being of the child. This will pay off in a big way on all levels of the child's development.
Thanks everyone for your time tonight.